Today we're going to be talking about the new Gran Turismo, and to just be it's not finished. There are 140 cars in this game, and that is extremely low for any Gran Turismo game ever made. You're looking at roughly a 500 total car count by the time the game is done, which is still low by GT standards, when we had well over 1,000 cars in the last two series. Um, as far as the good, we're looking at better physics. Um, the mechanics of the game are so much better as far as like the game being more realistic, as far as like your downforce, um, the way the car is going to react in certain parts of the track in certain conditions. But that being said, it has also made the drifting aspect of the game extremely hard, especially if you're coming off of games like GT5 and 6, where with a little bit of effort and someone pointing you in the right direction, it's almost effortless. In this game, there's a lot of time. You really need to spend a lot of time getting it right, tuning your car, and just practicing. A lot of practice has got to go in any aspect of this game. Take that how you want it. That's either going to be good or bad for most people. I am slightly disappointed that we're getting a game that is not finished. There is no chat support, as voice chat support in this game. As of right now, you cannot talk to anyone in the lobbies with a microphone. There is a text chat option, but it is super clunky and very inconvenient to try to use. I mean, unless you're a true Gran Turismo fan, this probably won't be a good game for you. I'm gonna be really upfront about it. Unless you're a die-hard Gran Turismo fan, this simulator is not for you. The car count is low. If anything, I'd say wait until some free DLC drops. I totally did not write anything down for this. This is totally right off the top of my head. I just trying to be as honest as possible. I mean, if you just let's go through the garage the cars I currently have. The thing is also, as of right now, pre any DLC, there's almost no production cars. You could probably count all the production cars on both your hands. But in the same aspect, that one production car, for example, let's find a car. Say the Corvette. Now, the Corvette, you have your base model, your production car. Then there'd be 5 different versions of that same Corvette for different racing. So you have your GR4, GR3, and there'd possibly a GR1 edition and a rally Corvette, I believe. I feel like they could have done a lot more rather than just reskin, change the ride height, and maybe different wheels on these vehicles. it was a really easy way for them to cut the corners based like on. They only had to model the car one time. Um, and I feel waiting as long as we did, we should have much, much more. I'll give you a perfect example. If we go into the garage, I'm gonna pick just any brand. Probably go Japanese. Go. Oh, that is obviously not the garage or the shop. Go. Oh, where do we want to go? We'll go to Nissan. You already know what's going to be Nissan. It's going to be GTRs galore. The issue being is, look, GTR, regular production edition, GR4 edition GTR, Nismo edition GTR, GR3. Then there's a rally car for the GTR. They have all they had to do. Now, I'm not bashing. I don't want to bash them, but I mean, the difference between the 17 GTR and the 13 GTR is very minimal. They basically use the same rough shape outline of the car they had. There's not much difference. Like, there's not an R34 in here. There's not a 350. There's not a 370. You don't see any 300ZXs. Same thing. Well, another one that's a big letdown, Mazda. You have the Roadster S. Then it jumps to the Atenza. And then there's two other versions of the Atenza. You have your regular production Atenza, then an all-wheel drive race GR4 Atenza, and then a GR3 Atenza which switches back to front and rear. But there in it again, they're all 2015 Atenzas. They all have the same outline, just different kits on it. It's where this and this are basically the same car, different spoiler. And this one's wide body. They and this another thing I'm completely avoiding as well. There are so many Vision GT cars in this. It is ridiculous. They spent so much time and effort in such a small aspect of this. And cars that are in production, cars people don't see on the road, cars people can't dream of having because they don't exist. That's a draw of a racing game, a simulator game. You can't own these cars in real life. Most people can't own cars like the Hellcat or the Viper in real life. But look, here it is again. 13 Viper, 13 Viper, 13 Viper. Oh, this is a 15. Not much difference between the 13 and the 15. Look. 13, 2015. It's just lowered, a little wider, same. But the SRT Tomahawk, so much detail. The detail is insane. The car doesn't exist. I would have taken just 300 more production cars versus this Vision GT I can't even pronounce the name of this car that most people probably will never own in this game. And then you have the Chaparral Vision GT. Infinity. The only car in these three brands is a Vision GT car. In your Chevy, you have a Camaro and 3 Corvettes. 1 production, and then 3 reskins of that production car. In Ford, you have the Focus, the Mustang, 3 other versions of the production Mustang, all the same year, all look the same, reskinned, and then a reskinned Focus. Um, I mean, European cars, like your Volkswagens, you have a Golf. What is this? I don't even want to pronounce that. I'm sure I'm gonna get comments, but yeah, don't make me pronounce that. And then your GTI Vision GT there again. And this is I do actually really like this car. Your GR3 Volkswagen Beetle with 600 horsepower weighing only 2,500 pounds. That is really cool. Some of the aspects are cool, but it frustrates me how much time and effort they put in to make so many Vision Gran Turismo cars. It would have been really nice to see them put out more base model cars, more plain cars versus all of these Vision Gran Turismo cars. If they would have put out their main front of cars and wasted less time making Vision Gran Turismo cars and just released them after, like the DLC they're doing now to release all of the production cars and vintage cars. I don't have any vintage cars. None of the cars in this game, I believe, are older than 2010. They could have released older Japanese cars, older American cars, and a lot of their fans like, look, the only thing they have in Peugeot is Vision Gran Turismo cars. And you know there was an insane amount of time and effort put into these cars. I'm not saying they're bad cars, but they're not really, in my opinion, it's not what most Gran Turismo players are buying the game to do. I mean, the Ferraris, you have the 458, the 458, or the 458. Although, oh, okay, here's an 09 458. 458 Italia, so this is, yeah, these are the same. And then you have a 2013 458 Italia, which looks basically the same as the 09. And then you have the 2013, which this car is, they did a really good job on this car. I guess I don't want to bag on them too much, but it's just insane how much time we waited for reskins. Huracan, Huracan, Huracan. Sure, we have Lamborghini in here, but do you want to drive a Huracan, Huracan, Huracan? Or the Veneno, Vino, Nano, that car. Audi. The selection, the selection of cars is sad, to say the least. It is very upsetting to see how low the selection is. You have Subaru, you can have a WRX, a WRX, a WRX, or a WRX. All the same year, all the same headlight style, different ride heights, different body kits. These, honestly, the difference between this STI and this STI is almost nothing. The only difference between this STI and this STI is a wide body kit, different mirrors, and interior. Actually, they might use the same interior, just a different dash and steering wheel. And the only difference between this car and the rally car is the ride height and a lip on the front bumper. That's about it. Also, the wide body kit. Look. The wide body kit on the rally car and the GR3 is almost identical. Even the mirrors are almost identical. Look. They are. The body kit and mirrors are the same. They've only changed the wing. Think about that. For how long this game took, and to just be changing the ride height of a car, and the livery, the decals on the car, and the wing. It's insane. I mean, it's a huge letdown. Like Daihatsu Vision Gran Turismo, the only car they put in there for an insanely huge Japanese car company, as low horsepower, low tech as they may be, is a Vision Gran Turismo car. No Miras, nothing. Oh, here's a surprise. Lancer. All the same year. We have a 15 Lancer. We have a 15 Lancer. We have a 15 Lancer with a wide body kit. This will be interesting. The Subarus all had the same wide body kit from Rally to GR3 Edition. Let's see. That looks to me to be the same wide body kit. That's all. Keep a look on. Yep, they have the same slit behind the headlights. Same mirrors. Different wing, and they have a hood, or a roof scoop rather. Interior, let's see the interior. The interior is the same. You can see the roll bars, and the rear window it's all the same. It's all the same. I'm not saying they had to go extreme and all out to make a huge difference between the cars, but it's the same body kit. I don't know. You have the Genesis, Genesis 3. Oh, I will guarantee the rally car and the R3 edition, the same. Actually, they have this. They have the same exact decals as well. I don't know. I'm not saying don't get the game, because it is still just as much fun as the old Gran Turismos, but tread lightly. It is, in its current stage, very minimalistic. There's not very many cars going on. As far as drifting goes, you're very limited. You're very limited. I use the GR4 cars because the production cars, there's no modifications you can make to the gearboxes or shift times. So in a production vehicle, if you're drifting and you're trying to shift up, the lag time between second and third gear is so great that you get so much snapback because you lose wheel speed, or you're not ready. By the time it clunks into gear, you spin out because of the instant gain in wheel speed. I think I'm gonna finish ranting. And that's my thoughts on the Gran Turismo. It's a it's a great game, but the cars have really let me down.